posture. Different ways to break posture. In close guard. So one of the main things that is underemphasized in close guard is where your legs are. If your legs are around the belt line, I'm not pulling on his upper torso. I'm pulling on his hip, and it doesn't do me anything, okay? When I get my legs higher here, okay, and I'm basically hanging on him, I'm not squeezing him with my knees. That's not what I want. I want to basically hang on his upper body so that as he postures up, okay, my hips follow him, and it makes it harder for him, okay, to be able to keep the posture. And I keep my head off the mat. Whenever you're doing this, you're resting and your core is off, and it's very easy to basically slide back, all right? The next thing is that the position of your hands, okay? I want to control his head and neck. So you see how high my knees are, okay? And I'm constantly pulling him in. I'm not pulling him into his arms. I'm pulling him up and over his arms, so his shoulders at least come in line with his elbows here, because as he's here, I break the posture and I get an angle. Because now I have control of his head, and now he's got to work through that. And I now look and see whether he's going to put his hands in the right spots. My knees go high. I make him work and work and work, and constantly now pulling the head here. See how arms get out of position. You can go to high guard, and he begins to pop. Here, he's already stuck in a dead orchard, which is basically a triangle with both arms in. But not everybody can do that because you need longer legs. But the point is, break your posture. The other aspect is for you to have to identify what are they doing that's good for them, okay? When I'm pulling him in and he's posturing, this is good for him, depending on where he puts his hand. Because here, he's not thinking of pass. Here, he's just thinking of posture. So there we go. So now this hand becomes a liability for me, and so does this one. But this one right here, I'm gonna grab the elbow, and I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna remove that post, and now I'm gonna break his posture. Now, breaking the posture should be the easy part of his descent and his guard. The regaining posture, you gotta make him work. And what I do is I hold the head, not the neck. Neck is much stronger because it's got shoulders and everything. Hold the head, so as he begins to posture up, I'm hanging on him. I'm hanging on him. And I'm just making him work so that he's, so his arms are out of position. See the arm comes up over here? That's fine right here. Yeah. And now you make him work, and now he resets. I'm right back to zero. And then he begins to, again, gain posture. Okay? So I go here. Hold, sit up. Come back down, get the angle here. His arm's out of position right here. Okay? I may be able to go do this, punch this here, and begin to already control him in a way that's a lot more favorable for me. But all these opportunities open up just off of breaking posture. Okay? So what you're gonna do is a couple ways of breaking posture. If the arm is forward, like a kickstand here, okay, I'm pulling him in, so he's committed to this hand here. My right hand goes same side. This is cross collar, this is same side, okay? I'm gonna grab his elbow, and I wanna feel when he begins to engage in order to begin to engage a pass of some kind. So here, he's, yeah, right here, yeah. So he has to make a movement. The second he does that, I'm gonna open up that elbow and get the knees high. He again has to reset, and I make it difficult for him. Here, 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 and now we're here. I'm gonna hand down the elbow. I can even grab this elbow. He's keeping it tight, pulling him in. And the second he moves, that's when I begin to move, so that I'm not moving him from a static position, which is a little bit harder. I'm moving him as he's moving. And I constantly keep irritating the person in my guard, and my guard doesn't open. I see a lot of this. This one. I see a lot of this where the legs go open and they're dangled. There's no reason for that. Also, I want to clamp his lower back. I'm not trying to squeeze. I'm trying to climb my legs high, clamp here, so that it's more so like a koala. So as he's posturing up, okay, I'm forcing him to carry the weight of my hips, okay? Hips, yes, because now, yeah, so he resets posture here, got the elbow, and again I break his posture, and I'm constantly moving. My legs open just for me to be able to shift my hips in order to be able to change the angles But I never just lay there like this with my legs dangling right here. It doesn't do anything here. Okay? Here, here, here. He postures up again. Here, same side. I wait for him because I'm putting your ass right here. There you go. You get an underhook. Oh, this is not good for him. Right here, he begins to try to posture. I'm breaking his posture here because I have an underhook. Now this is the top for the back. If he resets here, then you go here, high guard. You see how much work he has to do. He's working harder, I'm working smaller. So you're constantly gonna be breaking posture, okay? If your legs are around the waist, no good. Want this right here, and knees high. The other advantage of having the knees high, okay, is that it makes it harder for the person in your guard, if you're ever in a fight or in a situation where there's actual self-defense, for him to throw punches, okay? Because it's hard for him to bring the elbow back. And it's easier for you to block it. You can block it with knees, you can block it here, you can begin to wrap it, and you can begin to create a problem for him to be able to even hit you. But if you're here, and your legs are low, very easy. Here, even though it's here, you still wrap them up, and you still break their posture, okay? Because if I'm here, I want to be able to use my knees here and begin to control his arms so he doesn't have just an easy shot at me, which requires the elbow to go back. So that if we're here and the knees are high, it's hard for him to bring it back. Even if he were to hit you from here, it's not that bad. You'll survive, but then you climb in here, and now you have an arm here, blocking it there, okay? So you're gonna be breaking posture. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You do 1 minute cycle. Person on the bottom, breaking posture. Person on the